Hello, everybody. What's up, guys? West15 here, finally with the PSA returns. So this is the 15 card submission. I did a video about this a few weeks back, and I ended up throwing in one more card. That's why I said 14 cards in the video, but 15 in the actual submission. So a lot of you guys are probably wondering about the blue eyes that I cracked in my last video. That actually came back already. That also came back today, actually. I just opened it right away. It was an express service and it took 9 days, 9 business days. But yeah, if you guys didn't see my last video, definitely check it out. I cracked open a PSA 10 blue eyes because it had some weird residue on the back that was really bothering me. And the card finally came back, and it did come back a 10 again, which is awesome. But this is such a bittersweet moment because guess what happened? The most ironic thing happened. Boom! What is that? What are those? What the hell? That shit is so depressing, guys. Sorry, the case is kind of scratched up, but like seriously, what the hell? Literally, this is actually kind of funny. So on the submission paper, I literally wrote, "Please make sure there's no residue on the card in this slab when encasing the card." Blah blah blah. Like literally, could have saved myself typing this little paragraph. Like literally, they just did not give a crap and did not even read what I wrote. So part of that residue is on the slab. The part that reflects out, that is definitely on the inside of the slab. And the way I really confirm that is by tapping the card up and down in the slab. And the residue does not move. So the majority is on the slab, which is a good sign. I just hope it doesn't, damage the card. But yeah, I guess that's the only thing we can really celebrate besides it getting a 10 again. At least most of this residue is actually on the slab. Hopefully it doesn't transfer onto the card. It suffers a little bit aesthetically. As you can see, there's like a white dot on it. But a 10 is a 10. It's still a very clean card, guaranteed. I mean, it's got a 10 twice. I probably won't crack this again. I was already kind of crazy for cracking one. Really don't want to crack 2 gem mint blue eyes and mess up the pop count. So, I mean, what can you do? The good thing is the residue is at least smaller than last time. So let's open up this PSA returns. I did look at the grades already, and my God. I'm sorry I look at the grades beforehand. It's just, I just can't wait. It's the anticipation. It's so crazy. Just to kind of summarize the submission, PSA was extremely strict, but reasonable. A lot of these cards are actually resubs from my last sub because I thought they had chances at 10s, but surprisingly, PSA was incredibly consistent. So most, if not all, the grades came back the exact same grade as last time. So definitely PSA has gotten more consistent for the most part. So I'm happy about their consistency, but my God, they were strict. First card, Gate Guardian. This one got an 8. This card was a 9 at first, and then it got an 8. And then I cracked it again just to get the 9 again, but it got an 8. So this is just going to go in the binder. It's definitely a clean card. And if you actually look closely, boom, more residue. What the hell? That seriously needs to be fixed, PSA. That is actually kind of ridiculous. Next up, this should be the other Gate Guardian. Yeah, as you can see, it's a very clean card. Had a tiny bit of edge wear on top, but nothing too serious. I think it's the centering that got it. They were very strict on centering in the submission, extremely strict, but they're just doing their job, so kudos to them. Next card, Sanga of the Thunder. So I thought this was like a guaranteed 10, but it got a 9. So I was very confused, but sometimes it takes a grade to let you know what is wrong with your card. If you look at that corner right there, that corner is a little bit imperfect, so I think that's what made it get the 9. But other than that, the card is actually just immaculate. So I guess it's deserving of the 9. I have to say, this is literally the worst submission in terms of PSA 10 to card submitted ratio that I've ever had in my life. But there's definitely light at the end of the tunnel. So next card here, we got Chaos Emperor Dragon. This got a 7. There was a dent on the card. It's very hard to notice, but like right around here, there's a light dent. There's nothing too crazy, but it is there, and that is most likely the reason they got a 7. So yes, but still nice card. Probably gonna crack it and just stick it in the binder. Definitely not resubbing something like that. Next card is the BLS. This got a 9, as you can see. So crazy. This card is so sick. And as you can see, more residue. Residue is my best friend. Too soon, too soon. I think some of it's on the case, some of it's on the card. I really don't know. This card was very, very clean. None of that crap was on it. So once again, PSA, please. The priest, help the Asian boy. Crazy, guys, crazy. Next up, we have, this should be the DMOC, and as you can see, what the hell? That shit's next level, boys. Little residue dots. Hopefully I can wipe that off, but it's a DMOC, got the 9. Most likely the centering. Left to right. It's a little bit off, but I definitely still think this has a good chance at a 10 if I could get that freaking crap off. But yep, we'll see. Just a quick update here. I decided to crack out the DMOC, one of the cards that had some residue on the back, and I was wondering if it was on the slab or on the card. So I cracked it out, and thank God it was actually just all on the slab, and the card just looks really nice still. So really hope this can get a 10 eventually. As you can see, this card is pretty much flawless. Just the centering is a little bit off, but is a 10 worthy card in my opinion. So as you can see, so far this submission is pretty brutal. I mean, 9 is not a bad grade at all, but for sure, definitely the least amount of 10s I've ever gotten in a submission. But it's okay. We have Dark Magician. This one got a 9 as well. Most likely a centering, as you can see, top to bottom and left to right's a little bit off, but it is what it is. Probably just going to keep it as a 9. Next card, we have left leg of the Forbidden One. This one also got a 9. Goddamn. Probably a centering. It's a little bit off. So still can't complete my Exodia set. I got a left arm finally, so that's pretty sick, but still need the left leg. This is like the last piece I need. But yes, probably going to keep this as a 9. Or maybe crack it if I'm really that desperate, because it's really clean, but the centering is slightly off. As you can see, they're being savages, but it's understandable. Like, the centering's not perfect, so I see why it's a 9. Same with the Dark Magician and etc. So they're just doing their job. Can't be salty about that. Next card is the Red Eyes. This got an 8, so that's very unfortunate actually. But as you can see, there's a scratch going down the whole card. It's a factory scratch, and that's most likely the culprit, because as you can see, the card's actually pretty much flawless other than that. So, but yes, probably gonna crack this and put it in a binder or something. I just don't think it deserves an 8. It's just one factory scratch, but that's what it can do to you. Oh, there we go. First PSA 10. So out of all those cards, we finally hit a PSA 10, and that is my Black Skull Dragon. This is probably the cleanest Black Skull I've ever seen. So really happy this got a 10. So that's freaking dope. Let's just put that right here. Another highlight of the submission. Next card, we got Injection Fairy Lily. This card is so freaking hard to get a 10 of. Like, it's actually insane. The centering of this card is a little bit off, and that is most likely the reason. As you can see, left to right, there are some centering issues. Not too bad because it's a very clean card, but I see why I got a 9. Can't be mad about that. Not sure what I'm going to do with half these cards, but we'll think of something. They'll make some very nice coasters. Next card, we have... Oh, Polymerization. I pulled this one myself. This is actually the first ever LOB pack I've ever opened in my life, and I pulled this card, so... Friggin' sick nasty. This got a 9, and I kind of see why. There's like a little ink blot right there. Came out of the pack that way. Still really cool. Wavy print, LOB. Pulled it myself. A little sexy. All right, going down to 3 cards left. We have... Boom. Des Volskov. I'm really happy about this. I mean, I expected at least a 9, but just really happy to have this slab because it goes right with my Cyberstein and Dune Caliber Knight. So yeah, another highlight of the submission right here. PSA 9. This is a pop 4 as a PSA 9, I believe. So pretty cool. No 10s exist to this card, so that's definitely going to be a challenge. So 2 cards remaining. Here's the second to last card. It is the Trihorn Dragon that I pulled. This got a PSA 9, wavy print, as you can see. Definitely the centering, top to bottom. Last but not least, this sub was brutal in my eyes. This was considered brutal considering the other subs that I've had, but this just made for the whole entire sub. Like, I can't even be mad. Here we got another Gem Mint, Blue Eyes White Dragon. Boom, I get absolutely bodacious, and this definitely deserved the Gem Mint. Really, really happy about this getting the Gem Mint despite all these cards not getting the 10, but that's okay. I mean, PSA is being very reasonable. They're being very strict, but I applaud that, you know. We're paying them to grade according to their standards, and they are, so can't complain about that. So just a quick recap. Shame on PSA. I mean, it got a 10 again because it's a 10 worthy card, but when it came back, there's some residue on the slab / the card. But yes, kind of unfortunate there, but still happy. It's a 10. A 10 is a 10. You know, probably not gonna crack this open. I mean, the dot isn't humongous, so I guess I can bear with that. But yeah, and then we got another 10, which is insane. Really happy about that. And the B skull and the Volscaf, which I'm definitely keeping. So, but yes. Anyways, that's about it for this PSA submission video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you're actually interested in any of these cards, let me know. I might be able to get rid of some of these. Probably not any of the cards in the background. That's definitely going in the collection. Probably not anything in the background. That's definitely going into very bodacious, sexy cardboard bolt. But everything else, I can potentially get rid of, barring a few cards that I do want to keep. But if you're interested, let me know. These cards are all overall very clean and bodacious. So, yes, thanks for watching, guys, and peace.